Today I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can make starter containers out of stuff that you should have around the house. So I'm going to show you an egg carton container to plant seeds in for starts, and then 2 different newspaper pots that you can use. And then these 2, they can all be started so you can plant in your garden when it's ready to plant outside for the season.
Quick safety tip for making these plant start containers is to always ask an adult for help when working with any garden tools or scissors. The first way that I like to start seeds for my garden is just using an old egg carton. So for this, you'll just need an old egg carton, some soil, some garden soil, and your seeds. So all you're going to do is take your old egg carton and cut it off so it's just the bottom portion that usually held the eggs. You're going to add soil to each container, put your seed in, and then just water it every day and keep it in an area that gets a lot of sun but is still inside and protected from the elements. Second way that I like to start seeds is by making paper boxes out of newspaper type paper and planting the seeds in there. I have blank newspaper paper at my house, but this can be done with any newspaper that just has black ink on it, as the newspaper itself is degradable. So if you plant it like this, it'll actually break down within the soil. In order to make this square box out of newspaper, you're first going to start with one side of the newspaper. Obviously this is just newspaper paper that's plain, but you can use any newspaper with just black ink on it. So you're going to start by folding it in half. I believe that's hamburger style, so the thick sides so that they meet. And then after that's done, just really crease it well. And then fold it in half again the other way. And crease that well as well. And then you're going to open it up. I'm going to fill this in so you can kind of see it better. So the next step, you're going to take the edge that has the fold on it and fold it onto that line there. And then do the same thing on the other side. So you end up with these 2 triangles. And then you're going to take one of the flaps, so the top one, and fold it down to the top of the triangles there, and then fold it over one more time. So you should have kind of like an upside down hat type shape. Then you're going to flip it over. And then here is that center crease still. Draw in the line on this side. And what you're going to do is you're once again going to fold it in half that way. And then on the other side. So it looks like this, where you have your triangle and then these little flaps. And then you're going to take this and fold it all the way down to your little overlapping flaps here. And fold it over one more time. So now you kind of have this little overhang flap. So what you're going to do on that, so it should be the thick one, the middle one, and then this overhang, is you're going to take it and you're going to tuck it in to up here. You're just going to take that and tuck it in. It's kind of difficult. So now you have this opening on the bottom and the triangle on top. So you're going to take the triangle and fold it over once, then unfold it, flip the paper, fold it again the other way, and unfold it. And then take the top and fold it over to one of the edges. And then just crease. And now when you open it up, it'll make a triangle or a box, and the triangle will just fold over. And here's your box, and you'll just add soil to that like this, and then your seed, and then after the seedling has grown, you can actually plant this right into the soil in a garden box or in a pot, and this paper will biodegrade down so that it actually provides some nutrients for the plant itself. So the last pot you can make is a little bit easier. This is a very short version of it, but it's just a little one made out of also newspaper paper. So you can just cut a strip out of the paper like this. I would do at least like 4 inches. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take any kind of can, and you're gonna take the paper and wrap it around the can. So obviously there's a lot left over here, so I'm actually just gonna, once it's wrapped around, kind of rip off the rest. You can cut it or make them smaller to begin with. And then you're gonna use paper tape, because paper tape is biodegradable. And you're gonna just tape that edge down right there. You don't have to do this, but I think it makes it easier for the next couple steps. So any kind of paper tape or biodegradable tape works. So you just tape that little edge real quick. So now your can is inside. So what you're gonna do is make sure there's like a little bit of an edge here over your can. And you're just gonna start folding in. So fold in first from this outward edge that you just taped down. And then you're just gonna crease it. So fold them all the way down. And it's okay if there's a little bit of hole in the middle. That can either be used as like drainage, or you can add some more tape to it, just to kind of hold that all together. So then you're just going to take the can and kind of flip it back so that your tape part that you just folded is on the bottom, and press into it to get the creases to kind of fold over and stay taut. And then you're also on this edge, just to hold down that little flap a little more, going to just kind of crinkle it in here. So here's your little paper pot. And then again, you're just going to add your soil to it, any kind of garden soil. Fill it up, add your seed, and then it'll grow, and you can plant this as well into a bigger pot or into the ground once it's ready.